Hey guys, and welcome to another speed build video. So today I am building a house that was actually requested to me. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this house, to be honest. It was actually inspired off a picture from oh god, how do I word this? It was inspired by a picture that I found on Tumblr, or Simbler, which is like, you know, the sim side of Tumblr. And yeah, it was just a really nice house. I think on the Tumblr houses have a specific style, like, I don't really know how to explain them, but they are really nice, especially the interior. They have amazing interior, like, oh my god. I mean, they do use a lot of custom content, which I don't use in my houses, but I mean, even still, it is amazing. So yeah, this house was requested. Since my last house request, which was, I can't remember what the house was called, but it was a requested house. You may or may not know what I'm talking about. You probably have no idea. But anyway, since that house request, I have gotten a ton of requests for houses, which, I mean, it's fine. And you guys can still go ahead and request houses to me. But just, like, know that it's gonna take me a while because I've got so many requests, and it takes me a while to build houses, so just keep that in mind, that it will take a long time. Like, I mean, this is the first one I've done. I haven't even, like, started the other ones, and I think I've gotten about 10 or something, which, I mean, it may or may not seem like a lot, but when you've got to build 10 houses and you have school every day and work on the weekend and you've literally got one day to build them, it takes a while and it takes a lot of effort and stuff. So, I mean, I don't mind if you guys request them to me. Like, I actually really like it when you request them. It makes my day when you guys, like, send me things and stuff. Yeah, I really don't mind if you request them. Everyone's always like, oh, I'm sorry to intrude or whatever, and they're all so polite, and I love it because you guys are so sweet. And yeah, so you can request them to me, just keep it in mind that it will take me a long time to get round to it because I've got a lot, and, you know, first come, first serve. But yeah, I've basically done the entire exterior. The roof had an interesting design. It's I don't really know, but I used those fencing things. What are they called? They're like really short fences, basically like railing things, I guess. I used those in the roof just to add a bit of detail, and the colouring for this house was quite simple, but there was like a sort of, it was sort of like a lime green, but dulled down. That was basically, because in all of my houses, or most of them at least, I have like a colour that I'll use, like a bright colour, like not just like brown or black or whatever. It'll be like green or blue or red or pink. I've never used pink before, and I don't know if I ever will. But yeah, so you probably have noticed that that's a theme in my houses. So there's the green colour. It's really nice. I sort of gave the interior of this house like a beach house theme. Not so much the exterior, but the interior definitely has a sort of beachy vibe to it. I guess the exterior, you could if you change the plants and stuff, you could definitely make it look very beachy, but I didn't build it anywhere near the sea, so yeah. And this house was built in Sunset Valley, by the way, and yeah, in parts of the roof I added a sort of trellis kind of thing. Not exactly, it's just I used like a platform and made it stick out, so it's like a shelter type thing. Sort of, not really. I don't know. The Sims can't even walk under those because they stick out from under the balcony, or no, out from above the balcony. So your Sims can't even walk under them, so I don't really see how they'd be a shelter, but you know. And I use this university life fencing, but usually when I use a fence, I will sort of like, I'll stop, I don't know if that makes sense, but like I'll do one grid square of fence. Does that make any sense? But yeah, I'll do one grid square of fence and then like stop and just to add detail to the fence. But for this one I didn't, it's just one straight line because of the fence sort of has like a built-in pillar thing to it, which I didn't really want, but I really liked the fence and I thought it looked nice like that. That's basically how I build. Like, if it looks nice then I keep it, and if it doesn't then I don't. But I don't know, like a lot of people will try out a ton of different things, but I tend to just go with the first thing, and if I don't, then it's like I'll go with like, I'll change it like 100 times, like I'm not even kidding. Like either I go with it the first time or I change it about 1,000,000 times, and that is how I build. In the front garden, front yard, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, there are quite a few flower beds, but they're all fenced off, and in most of my houses I don't actually fence off the flower beds. I basically just draw, I just put in some terrain paint and then put flowers over it, and yeah, I don't like fence it off. It's not neat, it's like much more natural. I had to go and change all the windows because I believe I used the Showtime windows, and when I checked the expansion packs that the person who requested this house actually had, I don't think they had Showtime, or it may have been different windows that I used and they didn't have that expansion pack or something. So I had to change the windows, so yeah, it's kind of frustrating because a lot of the people don't have all of the expansion packs or obviously all of the store content, so it can be hard because I mean there are things from certain expansion packs that I love and I'll like always use, especially University Life. Like, I mean, I don't think I've gotten a request from anyone so far who doesn't have University Life. I'm not 100% sure, but like, I cannot build without University Life. Like, oh goodness, I don't know why. It's just the decorative items are amazing. Like, I don't know, they're just amazing and I love them so much. But yeah, the house is basically coming together now, and in my past, I don't know, my past few speed builds, I've been talking about how I feel as if all of my houses look pretty much the same. Nice big pause there. But for this one I feel as if it's a lot different to what I usually do, mostly because obviously this house was inspired by another image, so I definitely think I should start doing that more, like finding a picture of a house that I really like and basically inspiring, does that make sense? Building a house that's inspired by the picture. I definitely think I'm going to be doing that more because it helps them not look all exactly the same. I don't know, I'll link, if I remember, I'll link the inspiration picture in the description, and I'll try and do that every time I do get an inspired video, just so it's not like I'm taking credit for something that I didn't do, because I don't want to be that person who, you know, just does things that other people have already done and takes credit for it. I don't even know what I was going to go ahead and say there, but you know, like a lot of my builds are inspired by other YouTubers, because they build such amazing houses, and if it wasn't for YouTube, I'd still be building the houses that I did when I first got The Sims, and trust me, those were terrible. Like, literally, I would draw a square, and not a detailed square, not a square with one other square coming out of it, like literally a square. If you saw those houses, you would cry because they were hideous. I'd get a 64 by 64 lot and draw a huge square over the entire lot and make the rooms like each, I don't know, 30 by 30 grid squares each, and they would just look horrendous, and I do not like to look back at those dark days. I actually used to have a bunch of those houses uploaded on my Exchange studio, but I deleted them because they were a pain to look at. Like, they literally hurt my eyes, that's how horrible they were. But yeah, basically just did the whole backyard. It does have a swimming pool and a kids playground. I'm pretty sure the person asked for a kids playground. I can't quite remember, but I don't know, they might have. But just thought I would inform you all that next week I honestly don't think I'm going to have a speed build up, just because I've been not quite in the mood for building lately, and it's just been taking me a long time, and like the quality of my houses have definitely been going down. Like, I think I tried to build a house, I can't even remember, but I think I did attempt to start one and it just looked horrendous, so I had to stop because like I knew it wasn't going to get any better as I went, because I just definitely was not in the mood. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's going to be a build next week. Then this video might be up next week, I'm not sure, and there might not be a video the week that I'm recording this, but I'm not sure. But yeah, if this is up on the I don't know, sometime in September. I'm busy recording this on the 25th of August, I believe, in Australia at least, because that is where I live, if you were wondering. I wasn't actually born here though. Interesting fact about me that probably isn't very interesting, but yeah, so I can't believe it is like a week away until The Sims 4 is released. That is just mind-blowing. Like, I remember when The Sims 4 was announced, I actually had like a mini breakdown. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't like serious or anything. I literally just had a bit of a depressing moment because I just wasn't ready to leave The Sims 3. Like, I mean, I know everyone else is like, it's time for The Sims 4 because The Sims 3 is outdated and it is like outdated. That's what I just said. But it's like getting really slow because of all the expansion packs that they're adding and stuff. And I know that is true, but at the same time, I don't know. Because I started my YouTube channel about 7 months ago. I don't know. I think it was in January or February. I'm not entirely sure. So that was when I started my YouTube channel, and I feel like I literally just started it, and I'm not ready to be moving to The Sims 4 because I don't know if you probably all know this already because I've said it a bunch of times, but I haven't actually pre-ordered the game, and trust me, that was a hard decision for me. I mean, as much as I want to play the game on the day that it comes out, I just don't want to buy a game that I'm going to be disappointed by, and I'm not saying I'm going to be disappointed by it because I think it looks amazing, but I'm gonna wait for like reviews and stuff, just so that if it's like absolutely terrible, then I wouldn't have wasted what, like $90 on it. I think that's how much it is on Origin or something. So yeah, I don't want to waste money, which, I mean, I'm not a saver. I'm definitely not a spender. Like, if you guys went on a shopping trip with me, you would cry because I am such a saver. Like, oh my goodness, I'm not even gonna go into that. But yeah, I don't even know what else to say. But The Sims 4 comes out about a month, or maybe I think 4 weeks before my birthday. So I'll put that on my wish list if it looks good. So hopefully I won't have to pay for it with my own pocket money because I don't earn a lot of money. I mean, I've got a mini job, but it's not a huge job. It's sort of just, I get paid $20 a week. But I'm not going to go into detail about that because I feel like I'm going into my very personal life right now, that I mean, not very personal, but stuff that you guys probably don't really want to hear about. But yeah. Question, how do you guys feel about The Sims 4? Like, do you guys think it looks good or bad or whatever? I'm just interested because I know a lot of people have been like, oh, but there are no toddlers, no something, and at first I was so bummed out about that. I was just like, oh my god, this game is going to be pathetic. Like, I was looking for any excuse to think that The Sims 4 was going to suck, and because the first impression that I got from it was just, like, I just wasn't ready, like I said, but I sort of warmed up a bit to it now because I feel like the graphics are, like, really nice, and I know a lot of people, like, they aren't realistic, they're so fake looking, they're so cartoon looking, I don't like them, ew, blah 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 blah, but, like, I mean, it's another game. It's not The Sims 3, it's not an expansion pack to The Sims 3, it's a whole new game, and if they made it more, the graphics more advanced than The Sims 3, if they made it super realistic looking and super amazing looking, then the lag would be intense. Like, you guys know, The Sims 3 is famous for its lag. That is no secret. The Sims 3 has the most annoying lag in the world, and it crashes and it has glitches, and it's just all round. I'm not gonna say it's bad because it's definitely not bad, but when it comes to lag, it is pretty bad. And if The Sims 4 was super graphical and super smooth looking, then it would be intensely lag. Like, oh my goodness, I just, like, I'm not gonna lie, I have cried before when my game has crashed. I mean, I got The Sims when I was like 10, so you can't blame me, but me and my sisters, we used to all share The Sims, and we had a family computer that was built in like 2006 or something, so it was a pretty bad computer. It was pretty terrible. We had the graphics basically on the lowest, and the lag was intense, and our games crashed so often, and we never saved because saving took about an hour, and we used to cry when our game crashed, and we had reason to because we had played like 2 or 3 hours or something, and then our game had crashed. Like, guys, if you have got 2 or 3 hours of progress and your game crashes, you all know what that's like, probably, and it is not fun. But yeah, something that was quite weird, I'm not gonna lie. The person who sent me the request to build this house, she said that she had all of the store content, and I was mind blown because I've never met anyone with all the store content. Like, I've seen a lot of people who have a lot of the store content, and probably about like 70 or 80% of it, but all of it is intense. Like, I'm not judging, but that is intense, and like, just wow. Congratulations to you for being able to get that. But yeah, the house is basically half finished right now. Yeah, it's gone a long way. But I think the idea where I get that what am I trying to say? The reason that I say that the house is sort of like a beach house is inspired, I guess, by the dining room, because the dining room is so beachy because it has those big glass doors, and it's that pale blue colour that's on the bookshelf, the wood, like the pale blue wood, sort of, I guess it's sort of pastel, not really, kind of, is really beachy in my opinion. Like, I don't know, it just, pastel blue wood is so beachy in my opinion, and if you ever want to make a beach house, just add in pastel blue wood and big open windows and stuff, and you will be amazed at how beachy it looks. But yeah, this was, I believe, a teen girl's bedroom. I'm not 100% sure. I can't actually remember what all the bedrooms were because I built this house a while ago, I think about 2, 3, no, not 3, I think about 2 weeks ago, which is a long time, I know, and I know I probably should have done some building in this 2 weeks, but I can't, I can't really bring myself to do it. What I tend to do is I tend to build like pre-built houses, so that I've got time, but I just haven't really been able to lately. Like I said, I'm just not really in the mood. So I think I'm gonna make it so that houses are sort of not expected too often. Like, I don't want you guys to expect houses every week when I can only actually build like one house a month. I mean, it doesn't take me a month to build a house, but like I said, if you're a builder, you know that you have to be in the right mood to build houses. And everyone was actually so sweet in my last few videos, when I've sort of talked about this situation before, about the fact that I can't build a lot of houses. Everyone was so sweet, saying like, you know, you should take your time, it's your channel, you can do what you want. And thank you to everybody who said that stuff. Sorry. I was actually really thankful that I didn't get any nasty comments saying like, this is what you do, and sorry, I just had to pause because I was having a coughing fit. I am still kind of sick because, I don't really know. I'm not exactly sick, I've just been getting like a sore throat quite a lot lately. I don't know if it's from recording or just from because I was sick like a week ago. But what was I saying? Oh, I was talking about how I didn't actually get any really nasty comments on my speed build saying that like I chose to build houses for YouTube, so now I have to commit to it. I didn't get anything like that, and thank you guys a lot for that, because I was actually kind of expecting something like that. But I mean, a lot of people either say I do YouTube for myself or I do it for the community, and for me, I'm like half in that. Like, I love doing YouTube, it's so much fun. Like, I mean, I'm really glad I committed to it, because at first I was really upset because I felt like I had no subscribers at all, but I'm actually really thankful about how quickly I've actually gained subscribers on YouTube. Like, I recently hit 4,000 and I feel like I'm gaining them so quickly, and I know I've never done a giveaway or anything, but I'm planning to do that when I reach 5,000, possibly 6,000, because I don't actually have a lot of money at the moment. But yeah, so thanks guys for that. But we are on the screenshots right now, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say, so I'm going to stop talking right now and just let you guys enjoy the screenshots. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.